Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, Boss Talk with Kimani, where we talk about everything beauty, business, and lifestyle. So I know that it's been a while, y'all, and you really have to excuse me. I probably missed about 3 weeks of filming, just because one, it was my birthday, and I really planned ahead to have my videos. Like, I still have videos in my phone, but I didn't get a chance to do it because I was focusing on the exam while trying to celebrate my birthday, and then finals came up. And so now I'm done with my first year of grad school. So I only have one more year, and then we're gonna get the degree to collect the coins with whatever that I decide to do. So today's video is gonna be a little different. Usually I like to give you all business tips, and this is sort of gonna be business tips for everyone on the channel as well. But I'm just gonna talk about my journey, and so where I am now with running my business and moving to a new city. So recently, y'all, and I'm gonna be very transparent on this video because I just feel like that God, ooh, that was kind of ghetto to have that comment there, but anyways, I just felt like that God has been putting on my heart to, you know, share my story and share what I'm going through as an entrepreneur, and maybe that's gonna encourage someone else. So I've been doing lashes for about 4 years now. My 4-year anniversary is July 28th, and all throughout undergrad, you know, I did lashes. That was really my main source of income. I really didn't have a job like that. The only jobs that I did have was basically like, you know, internships, just a small little job to have some experience in my field. And so coming out of college, I thought that, oh, I was going to land this job as a social worker or some sort, and then I was going to be able to run my business on the side. And so those were my plans. But of course, what they don't tell you coming out of college is like, it's really, really hard to find a job. Like, post-grad is the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with in my life, like, honestly, because my parents have always taken care of me my whole life. And I was all of them. Like, I just saw this post the other day. Like, I was spoiled growing up, but I was still a hustler. So, you know, it just comes natural because my dad is a business owner. So it falls back on me. But transitioning to post-grad, my goal was to go to grad school, rebuild my clientele, and I just thought that things were going to be peaches and cream, which they are not. Like, and so this video is just going to be like telling you about entrepreneurships, the ups and the downs, and hopefully it kind of encourages you to keep going. So let's get right into it. Okay, so being an entrepreneur, you really have to be ready to pivot at any moment. I don't really know if anybody has seen that, like, the reel that's going around with Cash Doll when she was like, you ain't no boss unless you bounce back. And if you bounce back, you a boss. And like, I feel like that's really vital to being an entrepreneur and being in business and being your own business owner, because you may have planned for your business to go one way, and then you may have planned for your business to go one way 1 month and it doesn't work out, or God may have other plans for you. And so it is so easy to get discouraged during that race. So like for me, I'm so used to being booked out 24/7. Like when I was telling y'all, when I was in school, I had just got to a point, like my senior year of college, I had just got to a point to where I would have to hold my bookings until the next month and open my books, and then I would be booked out that whole month ahead as soon as I opened my book. So I was really at my peak within my business. I was really able to see money, because when you first start your business, and I talked about this in one of my other videos, when you first start your business, you're not going to see that profit until at least year 2 of your business, because you have to continue pouring into your business. So I was on year 3, and I had just been able to see the money that I was making. I saved and made a lot of money as a 21, 22-year-old. Like, I had my first suite. I was just really like in my peak, and I was so excited because I'm graduating college. My business is flourishing. I have consistent clientele. And now I'm getting ready to move to this big new city, and now I live in Atlanta. And so who knows what was going to go on. So like I said, post-grad got really discouraging because I couldn't find a job in my field. They never told me that you needed a master's degree in order to get a job. They just always said you need a good job. But me being the hustler that I am, I could have been making a 30K salary as a social worker, but had side businesses that's really making up the rest of my money. Like that was my thinking. But when I got out of school, I'm in school too, so it was like the jobs that I was applying for, they weren't charging me my worth. They weren't trying to pay me my worth. And so I'm someone who is used to making $500-800 in a day to trying to go back and work a job. And so I was really like stubborn in that moment. Like I didn't want to just take any other job because I knew my worth. I knew what I was capable of. But in that season, I wasn't getting clients, and you know, bills still have to be paid at the end of the day. I saved up a lot of money that lasted me at least. I didn't have to really work a job for like 5-6 months because you know that's how much money. I'm really good at budgeting my money and saving my money when I make it. So that was me, but I didn't want to let my bank account go at a certain amount, so I had to get a job. And so I went back into retail because that was the only thing that would fit with my schedule. And so this is how entrepreneurship, when you have to learn how to pivot. And so I use a lot of my sermons and things that I like, the words that I received from God to know how I should move. And so in that season, I felt like he was telling me to go back to work. And so I didn't know why. I was still stubborn, but I went back to work. I just went. But now I do realize why I went back to work, because working in retail, I got to talk to a lot of people about who had their own business, especially in the beauty industry. And so they would just ask me questions because I've been in the game so long. And I was like, it clicked. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to help other beauty entrepreneurs succeed in their business because I've done it before. I know what to do. And now I'm having to do it all over again in a new city for my current business. And so I gave myself a set time that I was going to quit my job. Of course, like I said before, you have to learn how to pivot when it comes to your business. And so recently, I just decided to quit my job. I probably worked that job for like 5 months. And the amount of money that I was making at the job was nothing compared to what I was making doing lashes. But I am getting clients. So like, you know, money is coming in. I'm making it. But I just feel like it's time for a shift. I feel like God, like I literally woke up. I had a talk with my business mentor. And she was just telling me so much stuff that I could do with my business. And I'm just thinking like, why haven't I done this yet? And it just dawned on me that I was really the downfall as to why my business hasn't taken off yet. But granted, like I have no regrets about nothing that I did, because at the end of the day, as long as you learn how to bounce back, like you're cool. And so now I'm getting back to grind mode right now. Like literally I am just putting my all in my business, which is why I decided to quit my job and focus on my business. Now, I know that is not ideal for everybody. Like I don't have any kids. I got a dog. And I pay my bills, but I also have, like, I have small bills. Like, I don't have anybody dependent on me too much besides, you know, some of my siblings. But, like, you know, I have support from my dad, like I said, who's a, you know, entrepreneur. So I can do that. And I understand that that's not ideal for everybody. But I'm just here to tell someone, like, if you feel like you're at that moment where you know your business could be successful, you just have to have faith. Like being an entrepreneur, you have to have faith. You have to be ready to pivot at all times, because one week you might be up. One week you might make $1,000. Then one week you might not make nothing. And that's really what it is. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in our generation in this age, like we want to get out, we want to do it, we want to start a business, but everybody don't got it. And it's not even about having the grind. It's about having the mindset and the faith and the consistency. Consistency is key. And another thing that I'm starting to realize, like with business, you can have great quality products. You can have poor quality products. Your products do matter. The quality of your products do matter when you're doing something. But 90% of that is going to be your marketing. If you don't have strong marketing behind whatever your service is, whatever your business is, your business is not going to succeed. So you just kind of have to get out there and do it. And, you know, don't get discouraged. And so for me, I went through a season where I was very discouraged, but I'm letting my faith lead the way now. And so another thing that I want entrepreneurs to understand is that things take time. Like you like success does not happen overnight. But overnight success, like a business does not grow overnight. You got to understand that it takes grind, sweat, and tears and years to put into a business. So an example I like to use is I like to look at Jada Weather, Jada Cheeks. So a lot of y'all think that she just popped up on the scene because she little baby mama. And I'm just tell y'all right now, that's not the case. Like, I've literally been following Jada since she started selling t-shirts. And I admire Jada so much because Jada started with t-shirts, moved to hair, and now she's in clothing and, you know, the whole social media thing. But at heart, she's a real businesswoman. Like, can't nobody knock her from her hustle. But you have to think about it. Jada probably started that when she was like 16, maybe. Like, she was really, really young. Because I remember asking, I was young. And so she's probably like a year or two older than me. And I was young. And I remember telling my mama, like, when she was at the hair show, hey, if you see this girl at the hair show, like, give me this t-shirt. That took a long time for her to build that career. That's not overnight success. It's overnight to y'all because y'all are just now being put on to her. But she has really built a name for herself and a name for her brand. So you know anything, you just know Jada off the rip. So anything she put out, people are going to buy it because it's her, because she's built her brand that way. And so that's really, her success did not happen overnight. It happened over time. It's been a couple of years. And so we can't just think that, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and my business is going to take off the next day. You really have to have strategy as an entrepreneur. You really have to have heart, and you really have to have faith. And faith is the biggest one. You just have to know that, you know, God is going to always protect you. Because what my business mentor told me recently is like, God wants us to have a lot. He wants us to have abundance. He wants us to be financially stable. So don't think of it as being greedy. Think of it as, this is the life that God wants for me. So you have to move on, and you really just have to block out the negative stuff. Don't pay attention to what others are doing on social media or what their journey may be, because you're in your own lane. You are your own competition, and that's not, I feel like that's the only way that you're actually going to be successful as a business owner. And that's how I felt when, you know, my business started to take off in school. Like, I didn't see competition. I didn't have a problem with any other lash techs. I didn't bash anybody. Literally, is my business only because I'm trying to figure out how to perfect my craft at the end of the day, so my name will be known. And so that's another thing why all of my businesses, you know, have my name, Kimani, in there, because I want Kimani to be a known name. Like, not necessarily me as a person, but, you know, that comes with business. Like, you have to be out there. And so I want that to be a known name. So Kimani Artistry, which is my lash and my brow services, which I'm switching over to teaching now because I've been doing it so long that I want to give other girls the opportunity to, you know, become a lash artist and create this type of financial freedom. So I do have lash courses available right now. I'm doing my 250 lash course. And so with the 250 lash course, you basically will learn everything, like the basics about lashes. So starting with classic extensions, sanitation, how to properly isolate, removal process, and how to get your brand up and running, because I am, you know, a brand developer as well. And so you can add on to that class. So if you want to add on and you want to get the live model training, the live model is extra $300. If you want to learn how to do volume, that's the extra $100. So total $650 for the course, which is not bad because, like I said in my previous video, I may have paid $750, $800 for a course. And so it's all about your investment into the course and what you think that you're going to get out of it. Personally, for me, I'm not here to just sell you dreams. I'm here to help you put into the work so you can have that type of financial freedom. Like, I'm seeing it now with rebuilding my clientele that you can do it. If God did it before, he'll do it again. And so that's my mentality when it comes to things. Secondly, as an entrepreneur, and depending on, you know, what you do as an entrepreneur, I strongly suggest everybody to look into passive income. That is one of the things that I have coming up next. It's going to be, you know, different types of passive income, because, you know, to get to a certain level of success, you have to have different sources of income. You know, you may have these two things that you focus on. So for me, it's Kimani Artistry and Kimani Branded, which is my brand management, my beauty brand management company. So those are my two things that I'm working on right now. But, you know, outside of that, in the future, I have plans to have different types of passive income. So just look into ways for that, or look into ways to have different streams of income within your one business. So I saw one girl, for example, the lash industry, because that's what I do. You can have a lash ebook, products, teachings. There's just so much you can do in order to increase the finances within your business. But overall, it's not going to be a long video. I'm just telling y'all of where I am right now, my journey, and I just feel like that I should go full force with it. And if you feel like that's what God is telling you in your heart, you should do the same thing. But like I said, everybody can't quit their 9 to 5. You have to think logically. You have to understand that how I think of it was my 9 to 5 pays my bills. My business money stays my business money. And it goes back into my business. Like, I don't touch it. So if I spend from my business account, get 2 separate accounts as an entrepreneur too. I have a business account and a personal account and a savings and some other stuff. But I'm just saying, you need 2 separate accounts to separate your money, because you'll never see that money if it's not separated. But like I said, when I use money from my business account, I put it back. I don't touch it. Don't touch it. You have to be able to discipline yourself so you can see the return in your money, or you can use that for different products to make more money. So just budget as an entrepreneur. That's one of the main things. You want to learn how to budget. You want to have faith, and, you know, don't let fear get to you, okay? Just, you know, take a deep breath. Maybe you have to cry for once, but get back up and, like, I got to do it. Because like Cash Doll said, you ain't no boss if you don't bounce back. It's all about how you bounce back within your business or from the failures that you take. So I hope this was it's a quick video, but I hope it was encouraging to someone out there. And I'm just letting y'all know that God did it before. He can do it again. He wants you to be successful. So, you know, chase your dreams. And even if you're not meant to be a business owner, you want to work that 9 to 5, you want to go to school, do it. Because I did it the same way. Like, I'm in school right now. I would never tell anybody not to go to college. Because personally, I'm doing it both ways. And I'm still in school. Don't know what I want to do. But whatever, we're letting God unfold all of the plans for me. And I just know and I have faith that things are going to work out for me. So I hope that you are able to obtain that faith as well. And I hope this video kind of encouraged you to let you know that you can do anything that you put your mind through, and just to keep pushing. So thank you for tuning in to Boss Talk with Kimani. This wasn't really you know, one of my usual videos, but I hope to have more of these all the time. So tune in to this video is just gonna drop on a random day throughout the week because I'm so behind. But tune in every Sunday and I'll be dropping new videos. I promise I'm gonna stay consistent, and I will be back to talk to you all. Thank you.